I want to, first of all, I want to talk about relationships and you guys. The first time I heard about the Sun and Fun volunteers and the force that you guys were, I was flying bush planes in Alaska. Now, when you're coming from the land of fog and fear, Sun and Fun sounds magical. And when I heard about how you guys worked, it was just kind of hard to imagine. What's even harder for me to imagine is that I'm part of the Sun and Fun family with the FAA now. And if you look between our building and the Sun and Fun building, you would see a well-worn track. That's where I'm running all over, going over to those guys going, whoa, what do I do about this? Like Robin, I know I messed her up yesterday, not getting her the number she needed timely. I'm sorry about that. We will improve on that. Laura, who takes care of all of our chairmen and has to deal with, you know, the many tentacles of the FAA stuff. And my good friend John Burton over at the museum, John, and Lights, and all of you guys. The maintenance guys, Murray was up here talking about giving when I called in a panic because, you know, in Alaska we have big growly things, but we don't have things that scurry or slither. And I'm good with the big growly things, but the spider infestation problem I had, those guys were my heroes. There's no one more heroic than the people that came and got rid of my spiders. So thank you so much. The relationship between the FAA and Sun and Fun and the museum here is nothing short of magical. The number one thing we're about is what? Safety. Okay, safety. You know, when people, I'm not saying that everyone comes to Sun and Fun wants to go to a safety forum, but this year we have really stocked up the safety forums to be something special. Every single day we are starting off with a specialist from the NTSB. They have sent the best of the best. We've got someone from Human Factors, and a senior air safety investigator, an air traffic control investigator, and a meteorologist. And this is their first time that we are introducing their GA series. So if you see people walking around, and we're going to do a great job advertising it every day, there'll be signs as to who the speakers are today. And we're actually using those QR codes on all of our deals. So if you have one of those smartphones, you can just go up to it and see what you need to see about that speaker. We've got the leading person from headquarters, from NextGen, who will be here. We have one of the board members of the NTSB. The NTSB has 5 board members. They are the equivalent of FAA administrators who will be here talking. He's flying his own airplane here. And he's going to be giving a talk about on how safe do you want to be. That is Earl Weiner from the NTSB. We have really stocked this up to be something meaningful, memorable. So if you see people walking around, go, hey, there is some great stuff going on at the FAA Safety Center, and you might want to come see some of these. The first time a lot of these people have been here, there's great stuff going over at the schools. So we will be, Robin, we will be using some of the students for mentoring in our project pre-flight and what we're going to be doing here and with the speakers and teaching them how to use the QR codes so they can educate people too, because we're here to help you. I get to say that at least during Sun and Fun. Okay, that being said, please, this schedule is posted on the Sun and Fun website, and you will see a lot of it. So take a look at it. There might be something you really want to see. You know, someone could be flying here, come to a forum, and hear something about pre-flight they never thought about, and it could change everything for them. They may change one thing they're doing in their pre-flight that could save their life. And that's what this is about. We want really meaningful, memorable seminars, and we're bringing the cutting-edge people and everything. So I thank the Sun and Fun people. I thank John at the museum, and I thank all you volunteers, because you're just absolutely amazing. Now I'm going to introduce my amazing staff. From the FSDO, I have Larry Enlow.
Thank you, Karen, and good morning, everyone. I'm Larry Enlow. I'm the on-site coordinator for the Flight Standards District Office here. As I believe most of you know, we do operate a temporary FSDO here in this building on the east side, and we're there for the purpose of answering any and all of your questions, handling any administrative items that we can take care of, and most importantly, have the opportunity to just meet with fellow pilots and mechanics, aviation enthusiasts. You know, FAA inspectors are either pilots or mechanics or avionics specialists, and having an opportunity to talk to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of folks who come into the office during Sun and Fun with questions or problems or anything we can do to help out, that's our purpose with regard to really supporting the new Sun and Fun concept of how can we help you. Truly, from an FAA perspective, we really are here with regard to operation of our temporary FSDO to provide as much assistance and as much help as we can for folks who have problems or issues or primarily questions. Of course, our main focus is aviation safety. That's what the Sun and Fun main focus, of course, is, as Lights mentioned earlier today, safety. That's what it's all about. And our inspectors are, of course, here to assure safety compliance with regard to aircraft operations and during air shows and so forth. And we're, of course, here to, unfortunately, have to investigate accidents or incidents. We hope we can avoid all of that with regard to the accident and incident investigations. I've had the opportunity to be here for many, many years during Sun and Fun, and there have been years when we've had some difficult times. But I must say that in the most recent years, the trend continually improves with regard to safety. And Lights has got it just focused in. Safety is the entire concept here. And in the last several years, we've had very minuscule little fender benders with regard to accidents or incidents. And that's what we want to continue to see at Sun and Fun. And we just appreciate everyone's efforts in getting that safety message out. So we wish Sun and Fun great weather, 0 accidents or incidents, and superb attendance this year. Thank you very much.
Next, I'm going to introduce Fred Kaiser, who is a FAST Team Program Manager here, and he'll be head of the media production crew. And I also wanted to say that I forgot to say earlier, this year, I just found out yesterday, we will have the FAA Acting Administrator, Michael Huerta, here, who will be here on Friday. He's coming all the way from South America. So we didn't think we were going to have him because he was going to be in South America, but he's making a special trip to be here. It's his first Sun and Fun, and I know you guys all make him welcome. So, Fred.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky to have Michael coming in. I mean, to make a special effort to come all the way up here because he values general aviation that much. And of course, it's a chance to see you guys, meet Sun and Fun, et cetera, et cetera. I am Fred Kaiser, and I am responsible for this group of people I'm going to introduce who are a media crew for the FAST Team's Media Productions and educational arm for the FAST Team. First guy I want to introduce is the guy on the camera sitting right back there. And that is Bill McDonald. He is our production manager, and his goal is to make all of us look good on the finished product. The next gentleman I want to introduce, you've already seen Dennis. He's our director, and he's the guy, well, he's the F1 key, okay? Anything that needs to be done, he's the guy that does it. But we also have volunteers. We have a lot of volunteers that also help us here, fulfill the mission of educational outreach and video productions and this kind of stuff. And I can't see everybody, but I see Bob Feely standing up over here. But he's just part of the crew, and that's how diverse our crew is. Now, the thing I want to show you, though, is I want Dennis to come up here. You'll see these guys out walking around Sun and Fun with cameras, video cams, this kind of stuff. And you'll notice we have a brown shirt that says FAST Team on it, and and we have a ham also, but, nonetheless. But anyway, these guys are out for safety, basically is what we're there for. But more importantly than getting that safety message out, we want to showcase you as the volunteer support to Sun and Fun and Sun and Fun in general. So it's going to be a team effort. That's our mission here, and we're just thankful that we happen to be here in the middle of the world's, I'm prejudiced, maybe the greatest air show in the world. So anyway, thank you.
Not that good help's hard to find, but my right hand is Ken Kelly, who comes to us from Reno. And he's been supporting us since November. And Ken Kelly.
Thanks, Karen. Like you said, I come from Reno, so I get to play with the Reno air races all the time. And I've been to Oshkosh several times and Sun and Fun several times. And what I've found that is so unique and so nice about Sun and Fun, it's a much closer knit family, and it's an awesome, awesome venue to be a part of. What I'm going to brief you on right now is basically the layout that is going to be the forum and the exhibitor area. And for those of you that have been here, several years in a row, you know that certain things are in a certain spot in our exhibitor area. Well, we've adopted the Costco business plan. We have now moved everything somewhere else in an attempt to get you to linger around a little longer. Basically, it's the same sort of layout. This wall here next to where the camera is stationed is going to be closed off. One big change we're going to do, which I think will help the forums, is this door here will be blocked. That little door that goes between the exhibit area and the stage here. That door will be blocked off. There will be no access there. It'll just be the doors here on the side into the forums. So that should help cut down on that squeaky door across the concrete noise while some guy's up here trying to present his thing. We'll start off over in this far corner here with the aircraft certification and light sport. Then the next booth in will be the acronym is CGAR, which is Center of Excellence of General Aviation Research. We'll have AeroNav in the corner, which is blocking the door, is TSA. Civil Aviation Registry will be in the center against the back wall. Runway safety in this area. Our tech ops folks will have essentially the entire corner back over here. Hopefully after the appreciation dinner and all the other after-hours activities, none of us will have to go to booth 7, which will be the DUI booth. Next to them is a booth that's the acronym LEAP. I neglected to find out what that means. So anybody's guess. And then the far corner is a Airman Education Program. One thing we have also is Tech Ops has their Communication Support Team Emergency Response Vehicle. It will be somewhere outside of the building on this corner, close to is it Project Pre-Flight, somewhere in that area right there. And that's sort of what it looks like, but you can Google it. That information will come up for you. And other than that, we hope you guys enjoy the venue, enjoy the exhibitors. They've all tried to come out and do an extremely excellent job, and great to be here again. Have a good one.